Hi everyone, it's so nice to be able to be with you today after some time without having had one of these episodes. Today is Monday, the 14th of March, 2022, and I don't think we've had a video since last year, really since all the building works took place. And so I'm excited over the next few weeks, months, to re-engage with these videos to show you some final bits about the synagogue that I didn't get a chance to share with you beforehand, and some of which are in part only possible now that the works have taken place. And so I'm going to be able to share with you some of the, shall we say, discoveries or things that we've improved as a result of the works. And so a chance for all of us to kind of get to know beautiful Bevis Marks all the more better, and perfect way to kind of get excited about welcoming everybody back and to coming to enjoy the synagogue again by learning some new aspects that maybe even people who've been here for a very long time aren't familiar with. And that is absolutely the case today, because today I'm going to talk about the synagogue's heating, which I am thrilled to report is back on after a long time being off. And so I'm going to talk to you about it, but what I want to do is to actually start by sharing with you a video that I recorded at the very beginning of the building's works in the tunnel that lies beneath the synagogue, to talk about how heating used to be. And after that, we'll come back and I'll talk to you a little bit about what we've discovered since that video was recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to the tunnel that runs beneath Bevis Mark Synagogue. The synagogue site is already underway for its restoration and construction of our Heritage Center, and so I need to be wearing protective gear and vests as per the regulations. But I want to share with you today about what this tunnel has been and what it is going to be in the future. This tunnel is originally the coal shaft where the coal would have been brought in from outside of the synagogue, and from here the heating of the synagogue would have taken place under floor heating from the early 18th century. Of course, over the years we stopped using coal, and today we've been using boilers and radiators. The boilers are just at the end of this tunnel, and there are radiators in the synagogue that ensure that there is heating. As part of the project, we've been trying to actually improve the heating within the synagogue. And so one of the things we're going to be doing is in the ceiling of the synagogue, we're adding additional insulation to make sure that the heat is retained a bit more within the synagogue so that it is warm and comfortable throughout the winter months when we come to worship and for visitors that come to enjoy the synagogue. Now, over the years, the tunnel, no longer a place for coal, turned into a place of storage. And so if you would have been in this tunnel 4 months ago, it would have been full of objects, things that we use regularly, as well as things that have just been kind of stored here over the centuries. As part of the clear out, we actually came across a number of items that originally had been in the synagogue itself, and we're hoping that during the project to restore some of those items to their original function. And in future videos, I'll show you some of the things that we've discovered and how we're going to be putting them back into use once again, which is a really great find, and we're really excited about that. Now, in addition to preparing to clearing out the tunnel, we've had to clear lots of space in it as well. The tunnel is now going to be used as part of the Heritage Visitor Center as a place to display all of the beautiful objects in the collection of the synagogue. This is going to be a vault-like space, and so items that have been in the bank for a century, people haven't been able to see, are finally going to be on display to see the really rich and beautiful heritage of the synagogue. All different kinds of objects, religious items, items dealing with the governance of the synagogue, vestments and so forth will finally be able to be on display for everyone to see and hopefully to use on special occasions. In order to prepare the tunnel for that, a number of changes have had to happen. For one thing, different pipes that have been running along the tunnel have been removed so that it'll make a clearer headspace. And in fact, the tunnel itself is going to be lowered somewhat so that there will be additional headspace for visitors as they come through. This is really one of the exceptionally exciting parts of the project, something the patron of the project, George Weiss of blessed memory, was really quite excited about it. And so really looking forward to this being a major part of the attraction of the visitor center that we're soon going to build. And so this tunnel will continue to have life, to have a new purpose within the synagogue, while at the same time ensuring in other ways that the synagogue continues to be heated and warm and comfortable for us to pray in and to visit and to enjoy for many more centuries to come. So thank you all.
So welcome back to 2022 and back into the synagogue. As I said, I'm pleased to report the heating is now functioning again. But one of the amazing things that's happened during this project is we've had the opportunity to discover parts about the synagogue that we hadn't known beforehand. And one of the recent discoveries we've had is actually a floor plan of the synagogue from 1876. And it will be displayed as part of the visitor center experience. One of the things that appears on that display, and here I'll show it to you, are circles that run down the central aisle of the synagogue that show actually where the vents were located from that tunnel that we were just in, where the heat used to come up into the synagogue. And even today, if you go into that tunnel, and please God, you'll all come to the tunnel as part of the visitor center, if you look up, you'll see the circles still on the roof. They've now been obviously filled in, but you can see where they were located. And in fact, during the excavation work to lower the floor of that tunnel, we actually found some of the brickwork that had been at the very bottom of those furnaces that were beneath those different vents. Of course, today we have a proper heating system, which now having been restored is making the synagogue very comfortable and a wonderful place to come and pray. Because whether it's 1701 or 2022, we do need a bit of heat to make sure that it's comfortable for people to come to synagogue. And I'm really pleased to report that all the works that were done have improved the level and the quality of the heating. We now also have radiators that are up in the gallery as well. And so for the first time, wherever you are sitting within the synagogue, you will be comfortable. And so it's perfect time for people to start coming and to enjoying worshiping in the synagogue, whether you are a long-standing member of the community or perhaps are going to be visiting London. This is the perfect time to come and to enjoy the synagogue once again. And I very much look forward to seeing you all in the near future with more videos as we unpack some of the other discoveries and, shall we say, improvements that have taken place over the past year. Take care and Shavuot Tov.